Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be checking out the BMW Patriot sliding fifth wheel hitch on our 2013 Chevy Silverado. So you got your truck and your trailer, let's say a camper for example, and you need a way to pull it around. And that's where a fifth wheel basin and head are going to come into play, like our Patriot here. And for those of you somewhat familiar with the towing world, chances are pretty good you've heard of that BMW name. And there's a reason for it. You know, they make really good products. All their stuff is top notch. A lot of it's made right here in the USA. This hitch is, which is good. You know, you don't see that type of thing too often. And this is going to provide you with a really secure connection point. That way when you go to hook up to your trailer, you know, you can have the confidence knowing that, that you're paired up good, you know, and you can go down the road safely. One of the things that separates this one from some of the other hitches is the fact that it slides back, right? And this is going to interest those of you who have a short bed type truck. Because what can happen whenever you have, you know, let's say a fixed hitch in there, one that doesn't slide, and a short bed, when you go to make tight turns, a lot of times you can have a collision. You know, the front of your trailer is going to contact the cab corner and cause a lot of damage. Something you really don't want to have to deal with. So to combat that, that's where the slider comes into play. So when you get to a point where you're going to make a really tight turn, you can pull up on the lever. This will slide back, lock into place, and I want to say it's 12 inches, a foot of extra clearance, and that's enough to allow you to be able to make that tight turn and that tight maneuver and not have to worry about any contact issues there. And then when you're all done, this will slide back forward into that locked position and allow you to tow it down the road again. This hitch is going to be rated for 18,000 pounds, so the amount of weight pulling on it. I believe they make more heavy-duty ones and less heavy-duty ones. So this one kind of covers them in, you know, most cases. But if you're looking for something a little over the top, there's other hitches to check out as well. The head does articulate a little bit, and it rides on some poly bushings, which I'll show you in a second, and that'll just help reduce noise and chucking, you know, when you're towing, and make it a little easier to hook up. You know, if your trailer is not perfectly level, you know, you got some play there, a little forgiveness there when you're hooking up. The jaw system, it's a dual jaw, so both these pieces swing around and they make a complete contact pattern around your kingpin, and so you have full 360 degrees, and that's again going to help with chucking and some noise, and just provide you with a better connection, right, as opposed to one little bar coming across. You got a lot of faith in that. This is super thick steel, you know, you're not going to run into any issues there. So when you hook up, that'll lock in, provide excellent clamping power there, and keep everything connected whenever you're going down the road. The head is going to be removable. All right, so you can pull up on these handles, and this does a couple of things. One of them, you know, you can see those bushings that this rides on and kind of absorb some of that road shock. But it kind of separates the hitch into two pieces because these things are super heavy, and so if you go to pull it in and out of the truck, you know, this makes it a little more manageable having two separate pieces. Probably still a two-man job, but they make some tools as well that you can get. There's a piece that kind of locks into here, and if you have, you know, some type of engine hoist at home, I know a lot of people have big shops or barns, where this will connect into here, and you can use, you know, a tool like that to have a mechanical advantage to be able to pull the hitch in and out of the truck if you plan on taking it in and out. Something a lot of people wonder about, since they don't want to have to deal with taking the hitch in and out, is it going to work with the tonneau cover? And that way you can keep it protected, out of sight, and so on. And to be honest with you, I've yet to run into a tonneau cover, you know, with this hitch, and any make and model for that matter, where it doesn't clear. I've had some close ones. But in our case, we have, I'm not sure who makes this one, but it's a kind of your standard roll-up, a flush mount one. So it sits a little bit further down. And even with the hitch setting on medium height, we still have plenty of clearance there, you know, about a hand's worth. So even if this were up all the way, I think we'd still be in pretty good shape. So just to kind of give you an idea there, chances are pretty good, regardless of the type of tonneau cover you have or maybe you plan on getting in the future, you're going to be in pretty good shape in terms of clearing your fifth wheel. This hitch is going to drop into the majority of the fifth wheel base rails out there, all the industry standard type ones, and that's generally what you're going to see 99% of the time. You know, they don't have to be BMW rails. You know, this will work with the Kurt rails or Reese or other manufacturers out there. I do like to recommend, though, if you're needing a rail kit, you know, I like to kind of pair them up the same. Just makes sense to me. And like I said before, BMW makes really good fitting stuff. So on our truck today, we have the custom fit kit. Went together really nice. You know, it plugs in and you can call it a day. But other than that, if you're looking for a sliding type hitch, this is a really popular one. A lot of people have good luck with them, and I can see why, you know, so you really can't ask for too much more. And that'll finish up our look at of the BMW Patriot sliding fifth wheel hitch on our 2013 Chevrolet Silverado.